We're going to talk a little Cavs before Bernie Kosar joins us in studio today. Our Cavs Talk today is brought to us by FanDuel. The NBA season is almost here, and FanDuel is making sure you're ready for kickoff with a can't-miss offer. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and if that $5 bet wins, you get $300 in bonus bets to use across the app. So are you ready to play? If you are, download the FanDuel app right now by visiting FanDuel.com/UCSS to get started. That is FanDuel.com/UCSS to place your first $5 bet.
Guys, the Cavs, this is crazy. The Cavs play their first preseason game in 12 days.
Yeah, training camp starts on Tuesday.
I mean, I won't be watching, but...
Hey, no, hold on.
Yeah.
Bull, can we convince you?
Yes, what?
Because me and you, I thought after we took the Pacers joint the hardest.
We did, yeah.
Like, I was hurt. I was devastated. I didn't like none of them.
Yeah.
Like,
I wanted the whole team cut.
Everybody got to go. Everybody. Yeah. The new players that they've added, does that not give you a new opportunity to have a new lease and look on the team? Because I believe this is a different team as it was constituted last year.
You see, I wasn't going to watch last year, and then they had that winning streak, and of course I got sucked in for the season, as I usually do. I feel like I can't do it again. I know they got some new players.
New dudes.
And I I liked some of the moves they made, but they didn't change their top four.
Well, you know why it hit me is because they do have Darius Garland out. Yeah. They do have Max Strus out. So you're pretty much gonna get a different lineup.
I hear you, but
the guys top seven.
Won't. The problem is I can't get over. I won't be able to get over that no matter what they do in the regular season, it's not going to – it won't translate. Or I'm not going to think it's going to translate. It might, but –
it's meaningless.
Right. It feels so meaningless.
But you know what's so crazy? How is it – so
yeah.
How is it – I'm just asking the question of –
yeah.
That's the case for everybody, right? Like
that's true in the NBA.
In the NBA, it's the case. Like you could have a great regular season, like the Oklahoma City Thunder, as good as they are.
Yeah.
Would you be surprised if they got beat in the second round?
I'd be a little surprised.
A little, but it wouldn't
be. They deserve the benefit of that because they just won a championship.
Okay.
I anticipate that will happen.
So, look, I mean,
listen, I'll watch because, I'll watch, but I'm not going to watch the preseason. No chance.
Now preseason.
Mike's going to be doing live post games after the preseason.
No, we will not be doing live preseason. But you mentioned the core four not necessarily changing.
This is crazy. This is insane by ESPN. Go ahead.
So, ESPN every year ranks their top 100 players for the upcoming season.
Okay.
Who does this list? Is it one individual? Or?
No, it's a collection of all their NBA writers. They vote on and they take the aggregation of all the – it's aggregate? Yeah, aggregate of all the votes.
They aggregate,
the composite of all the votes and then come out with their top 100 players. They release it in 3 increments, 100 to 51, 50 to 11, and then 10 through 1, which came out this morning.
Yeah.
There were no Cavs in the first iteration of that. 100 to 51, 0 Cavs. In the second grouping, numbers 50 to number 11, the Cavs had 4 players. They had Evan Mobley ranked ahead of Donovan Mitchell at number 13.
Yeah, that's insane.
They had Donovan Mitchell ranked behind Evan Mobley at number 15. They had Darius Garland at 38, and they had Jarrett Allen at 45. The Cavs are the only team, unless my math is wrong and I'm missing something, to have 4 players in ESPN's top 50. Alex Caruso was ranked 54. That'd be the Thunder's 4th player. So slightly, just slightly missing.
Yeah, but they have a top 10 player.
They do. They have the number 2 overall player in SGA.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you guys.
Yeah.
First and foremost, Mitchell and Mobley at 13 and 15.
Guys,
how
I
do
already
you do
said it. That's insane to me. What do you guys think?
I'd have to see who's
you mean
rest of the list.
How do you put Mobley ahead of Mitchell?
I don't get that either. Is this what they saying? Like they predict this gonna happen?
I guess.
I keep trying.
So real quick, Gigi, I want to clarify. I want to read ESPN's exact wording on how they rank this because it may give a little clarity.
Go ahead.
Our countdown kicked off with our player rankings 100 through 51 on Tuesday, alongside of predictions of which players can enter the next year's ranks next year. We chose these players with over 150 voters between reporters, editors, producers, and analysts, asking them to rank based on their predicted contributions, quality, and quantity for the upcoming season, while also using their previous experience and performances as a reference point.
That's fair.
You think Evan Mobley deserves to be ahead of Donovan Mitchell?
Yeah, you know why? Because last year we seen Donovan y'all got it. He let everybody do that.
He's still the best player on the team.
But he still fell all the way back in the regular season, and everybody else had to raise their game. And if we talking about production on the court, Evan's gonna have the ball in his hands, bring the ball up the court, pass the ball, shoot the ball, play defense.
Guys,
go ahead.
It's not crazy.
Guys, this is very simple. I said this earlier. Nobody paid attention. Evan Mobley had one of the greatest seasons, individual seasons, not statistically, but in terms of award and accolades, ever for a Cleveland Cavalier. He made first team all defense. He was a defensive player of the year. He was an all-star. He made second team all NBA. Bro, that's crazy.
You know, like, first team all NBA? Donovan Mitchell.
But if would you take a person making first team all NBA or being the defensive player of the year, the first team all NBA defense, and then second team NBA? I'm taking that.
Yeah, in my opinion, he shouldn't have been second team all NBA, but whatever. There's no way he was one of the 10 best players in the league. I don't believe that at all.
I mean,
and I know.
Tell me a better year. The only person that's in the heavens with a year like that is LeBron. That's it. There's never been another year like that.
Are you talking about for the Cavs?
For the Cavs.
Oh, okay.
McNuggets, am I tripping?
So you think right now that Evan Mobley's a better player than Donovan Mitchell?
Listen, I'm playing devil's advocate. Now, in my heart of hearts, do we all know in Cleveland who the dude is? It's Donovan Mitchell.
That's right.
But I can see why somebody says on the trajectory, there's a man coming. It was prophesied. It is Do-Rag Mobley. And Do-Rag Mobley is different. So that with the accolades,
hey, listen,
I see it.
He's got to be even better offensively.
He got to be 24.
When it matters.
He got to be 24 and 12.
Yeah, I mean
24 and 12.
He's got to become an elite offensive player, Mike, before you put him ahead of Donovan Mitchell.
Oh, I totally do. And I'm as high on Mobley as anybody.
I know you are.
And I think at the end of the season, this could be applicable. But to start the season, you can't put him ahead, especially when you hear Kenny and you hear Kobe and you hear some of the people you talk to in the organization talk about how locked in Donovan is already.
I haven't.
Kobe said at the press conference was that Tuesday?
Yeah.
That they're telling Donovan, you got to ramp it down. You're in midseason form. We don't need you in midseason form before the season even starts. We need you to ramp up to get to there. From all accounts, he's come in looking in absolutely incredible shape.
The best shape of his life.
Because he got Coco Jones.
What do you mean he's got Coco Jones?
His new fiance.
Oh, I didn't know he was engaged.
He got engaged.
You don't say that no more.
What?
Isn't she? She's a track star, right?
No.
Singer.
She's an actress.
And you don't say that no more.
She's a singer and an actress.
I don't know her.
If you know, you know.
A track star.
She is.
I'm gonna Google her.
She's
got to be.
That's a woman.
Smoking hot.
That's a woman right there.
Look, this is somebody's people's. This is somebody's person.
It's a very attractive.
By the way, I do have Donovan Mitchell winning the MVP this year.
Yeah, that's gonna take a heroic effort, G. And if that happens, the Cavs will not be set up in a position to go as deep as they need to go.
But McNuggets, they could have the best.
You just made an argument for Mobley ahead. Now you pick him.
But I do have him winning MVP. Like I'm just saying, I can see both ways. But they're gonna have the best record in the league. They're gonna have the Cavs again.
What they got to do?
And he's gonna put up. He's gonna put up crazy numbers.
So how is
Darius Garland's not gonna be playing? It's gonna be him and Mobley
for like a month.
2-man game
for a month.
You know what the months in the numbers in that month gonna look like? 31, 32.
No, he's not.
32.
No, he's not.
Oh, she played Hillary in the new Bel Air show.
Yeah. This dude is still.
I don't know. Well, she's really hot. Man. I mean, that's a good job out of him. You know her real name?
But listen,
you know her real name?
No, what is it?
Somebody say it?
It's Courtney.
Look at Earl. He's on top of it. Courtney, Michaela, Ann Jones.
Hey, listen, we out of pocket. These people know her government name. You Googling Donovan.
Salute.
Listen, I had nothing to do with this, man.
I mean, it's not hard to find. It's on Wikipedia.
Man, listen,
we got
I'm just
Coco
saying.
Jones, Travis Kelce got.
See, this is why.
I need to know if Shador is
I'm
really. I
complimenting
need to
his
know
choices.
if Shador is really with Shinsia because that's a woman right there.
McNuggets, where's your control?
I need to know
McNuggets.
if Shador Sanders is with Shinsia, he needs to be the starting quarterback today.
Who's Shinsia?
See, now you getting in my culture. That's
All
my
right.
culture.
I want to see it.
That's my culture right there.
She's South Korean.
These
No,
boys
she's
is-
Jamaican.
These
This woman?
boys
It's a
is-
South
No,
Korean
that
actress.
ain't her.
This is what we
Dude.
do.
What's her name? How do you spell it?
S-H-E-N.
Hey, where Bernie at?
Yeah.
Where Bernie at? Bernie, you got to
S-E-
step in on this one. Mike is asleep at the wheel. This is crazy.
All right, so
Shensia.
back to these top 50. Well, listen, Bull's going. So, G, I'll ask you this, G.
Oh, I see her.
I'll ask you this, G.
I shouldn't see her.
Oh, this dude.
All right, hey, Steve, will you just mute Bull's mic
Pull
for
it
the next
together.
minute or here?
Jeez.
When you look at the rest of that top 50,
Okay.
Jarrett Allen at 45, DG at number 38. Any issue? Are those the right ranges? I'm not asking specifics.
And
but
this
do you
is in the
believe-
50.
Yeah, do you believe Darius Garland's in that 35 to 40 range?
So-
And is Jarrett Allen between 40 and 50?
Who are some of the guys around him? Give us some context.
So,
I'll pull it up 1 sec.
so let me tell you about Darius Garland. If you ask around the league and you listen to the NBA blogs and different things like that, they are super high on Darius Garland because they feel like offensively, Darius Garland is one of those dudes that can do it all. He got the ball on the string. He quick. He can get to the rack. He can finish around the cup. He can shoot, 40% if he's open from outside. He shoot a high percentage from the free throw line. He got everything in his bag. He got a tool. He got the tool bag ready to go. Run the pick and roll very well. The only problem with Darius Garland is the fact that he's a little small and they pick on him a little bit. But when you ask around the league, they hold him in esteem like that. Now, Jarrett Allen, for a lot of people, that might be a little high. That may be. I mean, Jarrett Allen is a run the floor. I wouldn't say he's a high level. He's a luxury garbage man.
I mean, Jarrett Allen is a useless postseason player. He's a useless postseason player. Is that not fair?
What do you mean?
He can't play in the postseason.
To me, he's
Useless is strong.
Useless is
He
very
has
strong.
underperformed in the playoff, but useless is strong.
He is not a guy you can count on to deliver consistent play. Like,
I don't understand. Who would take him over Alex Caruso right now? Like, that's what
The
are you talking
Lakers?
about?
No, I mean, yeah, team specific, but no, I'd rather have Caruso than Allen in the playoffs.
right.
Yeah.
He's a 7-footer that you don't have to give touches. He runs the rim. He rebounds at a high rate. He plays games all the time, and he's never injured. People for a contender, they'd love to have a guy like that, but he don't move the needle. I don't think he should be in the top.
No, he's not a top 50
He's not
player.
a top 50 guy.
Come on. What are we doing here,
Not a
Mike?
top 50 guy.
Is he not?
Mike knows
is
he's
he
not, a
not
top
the
50
second
player.
best
Stop
center in the
overrating the
East?
Cavs players. Come on now.
Is he not the
It's an
second best?
ESPN
Stop with
ra-
the Cavs propaganda.
I had nothing to do with this list.
Mike, who the second best center in the East?
Second best center in the East. Let me pull up the
He
Eastern
can't
Conference.
play in this
So
NBA.
you got Miles. So you got Miles Turner.
This is not 1985.
Is Miles-
In 1985, he'd be a good player.
Miles Turner, right?
All right, so do you count? Are we counting Embiid? I don't count Embiid. He can't be healthy.
Well, I mean, I would still take
Mike,
him.
are you going to really say Jared Allen is better than Joel?
No.
Joel
I would
Embiid
rather have Jared Allen than
with
Joel
no
Embiid.
legs is better than.
I would rather have Jarrett Allen than Joel Embiid.
Oh
It's
my
not
God,
close.
that's just insane. It's
not close.
That's insane.
You know you lose.
If you
credit-
get
lose
7 games from
credibility
Joel
when
Embiid a
you say
year,
stuff
you're
like
in luck.
that.
Here's the thing.
He literally
if
can't stay
Joel
healthy.
Embiid, even though there's only a 25% chance of it happening, if he plays in the playoffs, he can help you win. Jared Allen's not helping you win in the playoffs. You know that.
If you
know
had-
it better
Do you
than
know
anybody.
how
What are
many
you talking
games
about?
Joel Embiid's played in the playoffs in his career?
What's that?
Do you know how many games Joel Embiid's played versus missed?
Not
in his
enough.
career?
Bull, bad.
That's
Jared
what
Allen
I'm saying.
plays.
I'm not
Don't do
taking
anything.
Bad job out of you. You have to hold McNuggets down and then tell him and ask him if they made the trade today.
Yeah.
The Cavs would say no.
No.
If Philly called and said we'll give you Embiid
Well, the
for
Cavs are stupid
Allen,
then.
they would say no.
Nobody,
It'd be the right move.
ChatGPT wouldn't
You're
even
out
tell
of
you
your
that.
mind. You're out of
Like
your
they
mind.
would take him. People would then say
They
the
would,
Cavs
Joel
are
Embiid's the least tradable player in the NBA right
You
now.
guys you've been talking about this great Lonzo Ball acquisition for months. He gets hurt even more than
There you go,
Embiid
Bull.
does.
There you go. That's the way you got to get him. That's
I
the
mean,
way.
come on.
They gave up nothing to get Lonzo Ball.
Mike,
To give up
Jared Allen, at what has he done in the playoffs?
At least he's there.
Hey, let me tell you
Who
this.
cares if he's
Joel,
there? He's not
listen,
doing
Joel
anything.
Embiid.
Hey, he wasn't there against the Magic.
It wasn't there against the Magic. That's
That
true.
that is true. That actually
Also,
is a fair
McNuggets
counterpoint.
said who has to go between Darius Garland and Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
And McNuggets had trade all season for nobody's for Jarrett
That's
Allen.
true.
Remember
Nobody.
that?
We couldn't get anything for him.
You get less for Joel Embiid right now. Joel Embiid is the single least tradable player in basketball right
And
now.
that's partly because of his contract.
Yes.
If it wasn't for the contract, like the contract.
Oh, well,
didn't-
sure, yeah. If we're throwing contract out the window, then yeah.
Okay, well, of course. What are you talking about?
Hey,
Because he has the
McNuggets.
worst contract in basketball. The Cavs would say no so fast.
This is
If
Because
Joel-
of the contract,
Joel
you'd
Embiid was
rather
offered
have
for
Joel
Jarrett.
Embiid on the roster
he
than
out of
Jarrett
line.
Allen.
You have
Forget
been.
the contract.
I rebuke you, devil. You have
Yeah.
You have been possessed.
doesn't play.
You
He
have
never
been
plays.
possessed by the soul of Jay
never
Crawford.
plays.
What's next? What's next? Darius Garland's better than Kyrie Irving? I mean, is that what we're going with?
Whoa,
No.
whoa.
Were you hitting me with that?
Hold
No,
on
I didn't say that.
Hold on.
Jeez, go ahead. All right.
We're going to bring Bernie in. Embiid played 19 games last year, 39 games the year before, and
No
he's missed
kidding,
27
Mike.
playoff games in his career.
But you
so
take it.
good luck with that.
I just want to say this is a Jarrett Allen appreciation comment. Thank you very much.
Yeah, Jarrett Allen. Listen, if this were 40 years ago, Jarrett Allen would be valuable. There's
jumped
no
on
way
the
he's one of the
mic
50
to
best
say
players
that.
in the league. This is crazy.
This is
Well,
wild.
ESPN ranked him one spot ahead of,
This is
one
crazy
spot
talk.
behind Jarrett Allen. So